Hi guys, another chit chat. Should have been Friday night chit chat, but if you can hear my voice and the sound of me, I have got a cold. I'm feeling a bit better tonight. Last night just was not happening. So this week, Friday night chit chat is going to be of a Saturday night. Even though it doesn't feel like Saturday, but I don't know what day it feels like. I really does not feel like a Saturday. I want to apologise that I didn't come and do a video after my exam, and that it's taken me forever to video and upload the 2 entries to my challenge that I've received so far. I have just not been feeling the best for 2 weeks, and then on Thursday it finally, I know, blurry. I know it probably sounds silly, but I'm so glad that this cold has finally developed, because it's been hanging around for weeks now, and I'll feel yuck for say 12 hours and then it just goes away. So I'm hoping now I've got it properly that it will go and stay gone, because I'm over it. So yeah, exam went okay. Pretty quick. Still done just on the hour. I don't know. I've done enough to pass, I think. That's all I'm looking for now, is just to pass. Nothing much else has been happening since then. I've been going to do these videos. I'm going to, and it just hasn't happened. I've just been washed out. I did finish my canvas, and I will do a project share probably tomorrow night for that, because it's actually in the house and I'm not going back in there. Or not now, maybe after I do this, but I'll do the video tomorrow. Because I can tell you, this isn't going to be a long chit chat. It's just sort of like a brief update, catch up. Because my mouth is so dry and my throat is sore. And yeah, I am, as I said, I'm feeling better than I did last night. Last night I was shocking, but I'm still not feeling crash hot. I'm trying to drink, all weekend, or since I've started to feel gross, I've been drinking like hot coffee, Milo, hot chocolates and that, drinking heaps and heaps. I'll show you. I'm having probably 7 or 8 of these a day with really weak cordial or juice, and nothing is stopping my mouth from being dry, so I'm thinking a cup of tea might help. Yeah, so, and it's just because my nose is blocked and I can't breathe through my nose. Hang on, there's someone coming. Sorry about that. Jarrett came out because he thought I was talking to myself. Like, you should know by now, if you hear me talking, I'm usually talking to the camera. So yeah, what I was saying was, I'm just so thirsty. Hopefully the cup of tea will stop my mouth from being so dry. Although until the blocked nose is gone and you can breathe through your nose and not continually through your mouth, I'm gonna have a dry mouth, I think. I hope I'm making sense, really. I worry a lot that I don't make sense when I come on and do these videos. So yeah, emotionally, yeah, my girl, big barky girl barking at the pussycats. I have struggled. I've been on the struggle train lately with my depression, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I thought I had it conquered. I thought I'd won the war. I thought I was doing fantastic. And then, no, I am. I can't tell you, all the work I have done and all the progress I have made isn't going to vanish. Doesn't just go away. But a lot more stuff has been coming out that I wasn't aware of. Oh, pardon. Like, in the past few months, or probably about 5 weeks, different things that obviously your head pushes away so you don't remember, so you don't get hurt, have come out. And then I don't know if it was the last few days, I've come to realize so far I've addressed all the surface issues, I guess you could say, all the stuff that's on the top of what's gone on. I guess that's how you'd put it. What I've come to realize is that everything I went through, all the mental and emotional abuse, however you want to say it, has had, there's deeper issues associated with it than what is just I've addressed so far. Because I guess I'll get around to saying what I want to say, because I'm just rambling. I'm probably not making a lot of sense. I really want to get a job. Now, there's a lot of different things around me getting a job. Time-wise, it needs to be, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, any time from, say, 2:30 on. Thursday, it's really from 4 o'clock or 4:30 on. Anytime. Like, there's time constraints to fit in with Corey and what his needs are. But that's not the biggest issue I have. The biggest issue that I actually have is I haven't worked for 20 years. And even prior to that, it was all casual relief work. Being a childcare worker, that's what it was. But everybody wants people with experience. I don't have the experience. And I started on the self-blame again, because I think with a lot of people with mental health and anxiety, stress, depression, whatever you want, I think we all tend to put so much pressure on ourselves and blame ourselves for stuff that has nothing to do with us whatsoever. I mean, it does have to do with us, but we haven't been the causation. And I realized that I was not allowed to work. That was one of the things. He did not want me working. And that comes down to the isolation. So I wasn't allowed to work. I was very much discouraged from being in contact with friends, and going to functions, friends, family, unless it was a have to, you can't get out of it sort of thing. So working was not something that was encouraged, or study wasn't encouraged. Everything was, I would try, like I did Party Plan, I did Avon. So yeah, I did Nutrimetics, I did Avon, but every time he wouldn't look after the kids. So with the Nutrimetics, I couldn't go do parties. I didn't have a car, so I couldn't go do parties. I couldn't make it work because, yes, for 9 years, I had no car. I had 2 children from the time Corey was 6 months old until he was nearly 10. I had no car. Everywhere the boys and I went during the week or whatever, I think Mum had come up when she finished working. She'd come up and take us shopping or whatever, but everything else we had to walk, or we would just stayed home. And that was just the way it was. And then when I bought my car, the man that I bought it off allowed me to pay $100 a month to pay it off, and I paid it off. It took me 2 years to pay it off, but I paid it off. And I think I just finished paying it off, and I think it was the transmission or something went, so I went back to having no car. And that was for another 2 years or something. yeah, there was a lot. He liked to isolate me there. So anyway, getting back to it. When I came to the realization that I have got no experience work-wise in the last 20 years. I haven't worked, as I said, since Jared, I was pregnant with Jared. I haven't worked. And when I came to the realization that yeah, a lot of you might say, yeah, I could have stood up to him and just gone and done it. But the other stuff that went along with, you know, that no one else will ever want you, all that sort of stuff, and the other mental stuff, you almost become subservient. You don't want to cause ripples. You don't want to cause arguments. You don't want to cause a disagreement where you don't get spoken to for 3 or 4 weeks. You know, living in the house with someone and being totally ignored, like you don't exist. And I'm talking, we could have been like we are now, like as close as I am to this camera, at night, lying in bed next to someone that's just not speaking to you. It's not something, you do anything and everything you can to avoid the conflict. You know, and there's just more and more coming out that I didn't realize how far and how into my life, like into other aspects of my life, that this, what I endured for so long, for 20 odd years, how far reaching it's been. Like, I now can understand why there are a lot of things the way they are. I'll be honest, I want a job. I want to work. I want to earn money. I want to be able to save money. I want to be able to go away. I want to be able to give my kids things. I want to save for a house. I want a lot of things, and I'm going to work for them to get them. But in saying that, I can tell you, oh, sorry, gonna sneeze. Go away, sneeze. Sorry. I can tell you that I am petrified to work. That's the anxiety. That's the other side of what I've endured. You know, your fear of rejection, your fear of doing things wrong, your fear of all these things. It's fear that may to some sound irrational. And even to me at times, it sounds irrational. My heater's just kicked back in. But just because it's irrational does not mean it doesn't provoke or invoke, or whatever you want to call it, the feelings. It doesn't stop it. And I can stop it to a certain extent, but other extents I can't. So I'm learning. I am learning so much. And in one respect, it's making me grow. And then in the other aspect, it's making me think, well, maybe I am, maybe I am never going to find someone else because of all these imperfections, these flaws, these things that may take, oh, sorry, my nose is really tingling, may take years to get over, may never get over. And it's really, I don't know what you'd say. It's hard not to think of. I find me, as I've said, I can only talk from me. I'm finding it hard to not see myself as damaged goods. As, you know, say there was 4 or 5 of someone similar to me, my age, looks, size, everything, and in a shop, and someone came in like Prince Charming, although I'm starting to doubt he ever exists, comes in and we've got signs on us about ourselves. I feel like no one would pick me because of how damaged I am. And I'm starting to realise how deep that damage goes. Now, I can try and fix it, but as I said, I don't know. I do not know if some of these things can ever be fixed. And I kick myself for allowing someone to do that to me, to make me not me, to make me doubt myself. I'm gonna sneeze again. So I'm trying to wish it away. I'm trying to wish it away because the tissues are way down there. I didn't even think to bring tissues down this end. But yeah, like, so that's what I've been dealing with. Try, like, yeah, that shop shelf, and I can just see me there, you know, someone sticky taped up the box or the outer layer, because the outer layer is pretty beaten and bruised, if you want to call it that. There's scars. I do have stretch marks, scars, all sorts. No, not from violence or anything. For the damage I did to myself. The stretch marks are my own damage. I ate, and I'll admit it, I ate to numb the pain. And I think that's where things have changed in the last 18 months, is I no longer eat to numb the pain. I don't have that desire to eat anymore. But I did it. I created a lot of my own external looks through, as a result of, like, I did it to myself, but it was a result of the domestic, like the mental and emotional abuse. It was the way I protected me, I guess. I don't know, I haven't gone into that with anyone, but I just know I used to eat. We're talking eat. And then that vicious cycle, you know, you eat because you feel crap. Then after you've eaten, because we're not talking food, we're not talking healthy, we're talking, you know, that large pizza, those 4 strawberry jam donut balls, or, you know, that family block of chocolate. You eat it because you feel miserable. Once you eat it, you feel miserable and are bashing yourself up because you've eaten it. So then what do? You go back and you eat it again. It is just a vicious sorry guys, it is just a vicious cycle. And I'm lucky, or not lucky, I don't like using the term lucky because too many people tell me I'm lucky. I'm fortunate that I was able to break that cycle and have lost weight, but it's still, the body's still, yeah, don't go there. It's damage for life. So yeah, there's external damage on me, there's internal damage, so yeah, damaged goods, and that's how I perceive myself. And I know I shouldn't, I really know I shouldn't, but it's very hard not to. Like, when you meet people or you know people and they point out your flaws. Now, I already know what's wrong with me. I don't need to be told anymore. But I don't know if I said this in the last chit chat, but I met someone and he turned around at me and said how negative I am. Negativity breeds negativity. Well, fine. But you know what? Having that pointed out made me it was like pointing out one of my big flaws, and it made me feel bad. It made me think, well, again, damaged good, no one's going to want me. All that sort of stuff. People don't want to be around me because I'm negative. And then I thought, but other people are allowed to be negative. Just because you've got depression or whatever, you don't have to be positive 110% of the time. You know, nobody is positive 110% of the time. And I'm human. We all are. We're gonna, I'm sorry, if we cannot feel anger, hurt, sadness, pain, misery, along with happiness, joy, cheer, and all that, we need to, sorry guys, my nose is really, really dripping. We need to have the spectrum of emotions. We can't just have happy all the time. It does not work. Happy, happy, happy does not work. Believe me, happy, happy, happy does not worky, worky, worky. So I think I've come to the conclusion that I have still got a lot of work to do on me. The noise here is shocking. In the sense that I need to still work out where this has actually hit me internally. Like, how far-reaching has this damage gone? Like, I never realised that. I just thought, oh, you've been a mum for 20 years, that's why I didn't work. No, because I now remember him saying to me, I never want you to work. And I thought, oh, how wonderful. You know, it's 16, 17, oh, my wife's never going to work, rah, rah. And I'm thinking, how wonderful. And now I just look at it and I think, well, that's a control thing. If I don't work, I don't have a social life, I don't have my own money, I don't. And then other things come up in relation to, well, I didn't work, I didn't have my own money, I had to ask him for money. And there was things around money that has come into my head in the last few weeks, and it's like, oh my God, did that really happen? You know, it just, probably stuff I will never share, because it's just, yeah, I still in my own head can't believe it, like, and the fact that I'd forgotten it. So our heads, our brains are really, really good things. They cushion things. But I think what I find really, really frustrating is the lack of understanding of people. Like, and I'm not talking just people who do, I'm talking people that know you and know what you're battling, know what you're going through. I'm just talking, yeah, there is a great lack of understanding to do with mental health, depression and stuff. Depression is a word. This is the other thing I wanted to talk about, because it's something that it was discussed this week in a meeting, like in a appointment. The word depression is bandied around so much these days. People, you know, miss out on a concert ticket or, oh, I'm so depressed. No, you're upset, or you're sad, or you're pissed off, or whatever. You're not depressed. A lot of people don't get the true meaning of what actual depression is. They just look at it as being sad, upset, a bit blue, you know, just a bit, you know, flat, you know. But that is not true depression. And that is why when people say just be positive, think positive, stay positive. No, it doesn't work. I can control my depression to a certain point. It is a chemical. It is literally to do with chemicals in your head. Brain, chemicals, imbalance. And I read something on Facebook and I posted, I can't pull it up because I'm recording on my phone, but it was a long article, and it was about people who suffer real depression looking like they're lazy rather than in a depressive state. And it hit home. people often assume that I'm just lazy, can't be bothered, don't want to. Like, when it comes to working, oh, you just don't want to work. No, I do want to work, but the levels and or the steps and that I have to climb in here, it's not outside of here, it's all in here, to be able to do that, to be able to achieve sometimes even the basic of things, unless it's done solo. To do normal things can be hard. Even sometimes just going, it might be going to a new coffee shop or a new service station, anything like that. And I really, like, we'll use coffee shop for an example. If I need to go and want to go and have a coffee somewhere, I will always go to the same places because I know what they sell. I know how to order it. I know where to sit. It's familiar. When I go to a new place, I have to deep breathe and do everything I know not to have an anxiety attack or a panic attack because it's a new place. Even there's one place that I do go quite often, and I used to go quite often, hadn't been in there for a while, went back in there, and I had to go through the steps in my head not to have a panic attack, because what if I said the wrong thing? What if I did the wrong thing? What if? And that, I know, for me, stems back to the emotional, mental crud I went through for so many years. They're not doing it right. They're not saying it right. They're saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, being embarrassing to be around. So, yeah, as you can hear, there has been a lot going on in Miss Muffet's head here. And in one respect, it's good because it's bringing it to the forefront. It's allowing me to identify it, and then I can do what I've done with the rest and start to process it, work through it, devise plans, rah. On the other hand, at times it's sending me way down low in that depressive state because it's bringing up stuff that has been buried for years and years and years. So that is really I don't know, that's probably why I haven't made videos apart from this head cold crud. These are all the things that have been going through my head, and as I said in my last video, in the old house, all I had to do was flip my phone around and record, and I could make a video sitting where I was. In here, I actually have to move things and do things and that to be able to make a video. So it's just a little bit harder. Whoops, that was my heat gun. It's just a little bit harder for me to just get on and talk like I used to. But I'm really going to start trying again, because when I was making videos, at least, I think at one stage I was doing them almost daily. And they were that was when I was doing really, really well. But what I am going to say is I'm really going to try and get back to doing Friday night chit-chat, because it allows me to get out the week's worth of stuff from in here. And yeah, but anyway guys, I'm feeling really gross. I thought this was going to be a lot shorter. I am going to sneeze again. I need to blow my nose. I need to have another drink. I've only got a little bit left. And I need to lie down and try and get some sleep to get rid of this. I hate it. It's one of those colds where, where everything smells weird. I hate it. And it keeps changing. This nostril will get blocked and annoy me. And then all of a sudden, this one will be blocked and this one will be clear. Anyway, I hate being sick. I can handle sore throat, sore ears. I don't like it. I suck. Carry on. But I hate blocked noses. I cannot stand a blocked nose. because everything smells funky. Anyway, I'm going to say those words, and I will be back soon. And either before or after this goes up will be my first 2 entries for my fairy challenge. I'll be back with an update on that during the week sometime. I think I'm going to extend it by 2 weeks because I'm going to offer a $50 prize through $50 Australian dollar prize through PayPal. Anyway, guys, I hope you're healthy, happy, and having fun, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.